Hello, yet again, my friends, and welcome back to Cocky. No, I made that joke last time.
I still haven't gotten any penises. I'm still waiting.
I'm reaching for the low-hanging fruit with that joke, just like a pair of testicles.
You can have my low-hanging fruit any day. Hey, Finn. What? You know why my balls are like a low-hanging fruit?
Why are they locomotion fruit, Arch?
Because in the summer they hang more because it's hot, and fruit.
But that sounds like the fundamentals of biology, Arch.
Yeah, but fruit in the summer is at its ripest, I believe, or is it spring?
Summer.
Let's talk about the weather and how it affects our daily life.
No, let's actually play the fucking game.
That's the joke. You got it.
It came full circle.
It was a back and forth, and you did it.
Yeah. You're
not taking my fucking trousers off on video. I'm doing it.
I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company.
Because I'm actually really hot right now. And my balls are like hanging down to my ass. I'm sorry!
Stop jacking off to relieve some stress.
It was really funny though. I could have jacked off in any of these videos and no one would know.
YouTubers have done worse on camera.
They've done that on camera! Actually, that was not a rejected, but that's in the maybes list for song ideas for Overchord. I left my camera on and now I'm jacking off.
It's as if I can feel a presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing.
I'm so happy that your interest is so high.
But we need to play the fucking game.
Who cares? We're here for a good time, same as everyone else. Fuck the game, let's not even play it, turn it off, we'll just sit here and talk for 40 minutes.
Fuck it! Yeah, just fucking turn off the game.
Turn off the camera, shut the channel down, let's just sit around and pretend we're recording.
Oh wow, look at all these crazy wiki effects! Anyway, back to the game.
Yeah, back to the game, I'm sorry.
Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye.
You cut out perfectly, so you said the feeling is somewhat cum.
I realise that she's not actually looking at her own book, she's looking at me over the book.
She's looking at my arm and licking her lips.
Oh, I could go for some beef right about now. I glance over. She's naked.
I heard you were inquiring about some beef.
You know that fucking meme of JJ from the Spider-Man cartoon just getting up so fast he blurs the screen? That's Monica when you mention beef.
You know the Kool-Aid man?
Hey, is anybody go for some beef? I hear you were inquiring.
Would you care for some beef?
Looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Get the fucking motion blur image of Monica.
I want to
make that a t-shirt now.
Can you remember we did it for Charizard? I did it for Charizard to make that thumbnail, that Pokemon thumbnail for you once.
Oh yeah, do that for Monica.
Sorry.
On my Twitter...
I was just bathing in the blood of my enemies.
On my Twitter soon. Check out my Twitter, by the way. It's the K.A.I Games, at the K.A.I Games. Go have a look. On my Twitter soon is going to be an image of Monica Beef Intensifies. Right, let's go.
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? Oh, I'm so sorry! I don't really mean to. Sorry! I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's chest, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I'd slide some duct tape over her mouth. I'm sorry.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open.
So she chops it off.
I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger.
This is turning into fucking science.
This is turning into like a stage.
My right hand moves under her arm.
It's turning into stage
double-barreled
choreography.
Butterfly knot.
So what are the 10 don'ts of writing? Don't write stage choreography.
I like the lighting on her hair though.
I don't mind it. I like the light. I like the god rays coming in the window and casting some lighting below the blackboard. That's nice. I bet this was drawn from a photo. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, as I turn a page on the right to the left, and Yuri slides it under her left thumb after it flips to her left side. But in holding it like this, we'd
have to turn it to the left at a 90-degree angle, then I do a handstand using my right middle toe.
And we solve the point-and-click puzzle. We're huddled even...
And we unlock the door.
Don't you just love Antechamber? We're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Ugh. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Jesus, I can't look that far back. How do you turn your eye that much?
Are you ready?
Ready for what?
To turn the page?
Sorry.
I thought you were gonna kill me.
I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. Smile a little bit, fuck's sake. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Her reading ability is too fast for me!
She's ascended.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? Or thinking. I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. But don't make me wait too long. It's probably the least I can do.
This voice is just degraded.
It's gone from something like this to something easier like this.
Hello. That's how voices evolve, though.
But this isn't out of like adapting to the character. This is adapting to my fucking laziness.
I know. People will do that naturally, so just go with it if it's more comfortable.
It's probably the least I can do.
You could give me a massage.
Since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Patient.
Yeah, I have.
Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. She just does it. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. Volition?
Yuri no longer...
Go ahead.
I can't even remember what the...
Well, my jokes died as well.
Go into history a sec. I want to remember what it was that even was said.
I was going to say, Volition, they made Saints Row the Third. Check it out on the channel, coming soon.
Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. She just stares at it blankly. I try to turn the page, but I can't. I'm trapped forever on this page.
We continue the first chapter in silence.
Yeah, both jokes are dead, you fucking asshole.
Yep, they're both crap.
Couldn't even pity laugh.
Nope. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently...
Especially because I'm fingering her at the same
My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thingy. Hey, Yuri.
She turns to me and says, "Ma, ma, ma." As she held it in her tiny hand.
This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. She turns into a Yandy.
No, I don't relate to this character at all.
Yeah, with all the murdering and...
It's definitely not.
Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that.
The way she has purple hair and is called Yuri.
Huh.
And there's a picture of her and it's just a picture of you.
What the fuck is that face? That's the face I see out the closet in my nightmares.
Is this the face of Mercy?
Game theory.
Oh yeah, speaking of game theory, they fucking tried to ruin things with fucking spoilers in their fucking thumbnails. Wasn't a direct spoiler, but still.
I love game theory in that I hate them.
I love hating them. Some of the most fun I've ever had creating content is when it's in spite of them.
That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her.
As we continue reading about how she dissected this man's testicles while he was still screaming.
I started to wonder what it is she could have meant.
Could she mean about how the character also likes to scratch behind her ear? Perhaps.
Something else?
Never mind!
Shut up!
We didn't even get that far yet. So, I don't know why that came into my head.
Chapter 2, Testicle Dissection. Huh. Alright, fucking Squidward.
Doi, 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 doi. Doi, 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 doi.
Alright, let's keep going.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
This game's gonna take forever.
Yuri, are you feeling alright?
Hmm?
Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. Is that because...
She keeps fidgeting
is
on
that,
me.
Is that because you're trying to share the same seat reading the book?
Is that because your ass is on her lap now?
You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little...
My breathing? I do not breathe.
Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine.
Is this the face of Fine?
True mercy? What was I saying that before? I was going to say game theory.
Is this the face of Undertale True Mercy Root?
I just need some water.
Is Yuri actually Sans the skeleton?
True mercy.
True Mercy.
Alright, don't push yourself.
I can do it for you. He shoves her out the...
Yuri
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom.
Crying about how I pushed her.
What on earth was that about?
It was only a gentle shove. Chungus.
Yeah, you gotta do something now.
Did something happen just now?
Yeah?
Well, technically something's always happening everywhere, so...
I have no idea. Yuri's acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything?
Well, no one's fucking telling me anything!
Jon Snow.
I can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh, no, not really.
I don't care.
I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing.
Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes. So it's nothing alarming.
Does she not like being touched? Is that it? Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other now?
Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I figured
cutting yourself takes time.
So I figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay?
Across for attention, across for attention, across for attention!
Long ways now!
Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. Oh, I was waiting to do this bit, but Yuri's run out the room, where he says, "Well, that was a good bit of reading," and then he goes to fold the corner of the page to remember where he is, and she fucking murders him.
Purge the heresy!
Kill him! Natsuki!
Ah, yes, I've missed her.
Ibuki! No.
I think you mean Chihiro.
Well, it's not terrible,
Didn't we write this for her?
but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I'd be completely pissed.
Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time.
I came on a dead baby! Yeah, fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really different from each other, you know? We use paper. And not cum. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us, like please stop coming on things. For instance...
I can hear myself through your mic, I think.
I'm sorry, I've readjusted my headphones on my head because my ears are burning.
I noticed that you're spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody.
Okay.
So, that's why work hasn't paid me in 2 weeks. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Like how to be fucking loyal.
Oh yes, that was a good bit of animal fucking recorded.
A beautiful rendition of Midnight in a Summer Sky.
I'm a scat man. 25 centimeters across 9 seconds. That's 8 gig.
How can he get over so many centimeters in just 9 seconds?
8 gigacentimeters. The 25 centimeters over 9 seconds. The numbers don't lie. And they spell.
And they spell who the fuck knows.
Fucking IGN giving this game a 10 out of 10.
IGN VBN zip.
You got a 3. You got a 3 over 8 divided by G chance of fucking understanding what the shit
Super
means.
Saiyan Blue.
The first fucking line, it said Super Saiyan Blue.
Chungus, why didn't you come read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. That shouldn't be That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead. Okay? You don't hate me, Chungus, do you? Do you hate me? Do you want to make me go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it. Please. Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. It's all I have. Play with me. Play with me!
Oh.
Alright, who should we show our poem to next?
That was perfect. Until...
I'm feeling Monica. That was perfect until...
That was perfect until she snapped her neck.
What do you mean? It was beautiful.
The blood was beautiful. The cry, the smile, it was all beautiful. Well, then tickle.
I don't know what you're talking about. It seemed perfectly normal to me. What? What? What is it that's getting you, friend? Hi again, Chungus. How's the writing going?
It's good. It's drying up. All right, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad.
I don't know. Does semen go off? I know it turns oranger when heated.
Huh. You learn something every day here at the K.A.I Games. I'm happy that you're applying yourself.
I was applying lube.
Maybe soon you'll come up with a masturbation piece.
I wouldn't. Actually, yeah, every day.
You never know.
You certainly don't.
Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. Just throws it in her face like a pie.
Oh shit, it's still alive.
I give my poem to Monica. It's your responsibility now.
Alright. Great job, Chungus. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. Oh! It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect for you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
Oh, it's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
Wait, Yuri? We wrote this for Yuri?
No.
Huh. Alright.
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism.
And people being tortured.
Like this baby. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But Sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people.
Fuck this world. Pardon me.
All of which was said by Yuri. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her.
Which is why I want to explore it, and I'd probably be scarred for life.
But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming off a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. By the way, I'm very asthmatic right now, so that's why my breath is like that.
Suddenly the door opens.
Yuri.
I'm back.
Is her hair a different colour?
No.
Did I miss anything?
Not really, just Chungus's poem that he spent a lot of time on. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other.
Already? I'm sorry for being late.
No need to apologize. The whip will do the apologizing for you. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all of the time you needed.
That was a really awkward sentence.
It sure was. I'm not even blaming myself for the poor execution.
Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now.
But anyway, now that she's faded into the ether, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Just a great big pentagram.
Save me, the colours. They won't. Bright, beautiful, red, green, blue, and cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, scream, fingy. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing on like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage, and PM of Ngls. Delete her.
She has been deleted.
Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Die! Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. Come on a live baby or a dead baby. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when...
yeah.
Who am I talking to?
Oh, wait a minute.
Tell me you can hear me. Anything?
This text is different.
Please help me. Okay.
Damn. You have to click on this.
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Maybe we should save our game.
Okay then. I'll save the game. Even though I don't think it actually has much any change.
No?
I've been waiting for this!
Dun 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 dun!
Let's see what you've written for today.
Mama! Woo! She just fucking grabs it, slams its spine on her knee.
Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath.
I like just holding it. Mama.
The fuck?
I mean, the poem turned out good.
Turned out well.
It's,
I'm a writing expert.
well, there are some things that you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. like the fact that it's a baby. Feels like anything written by you is a treasure. I came a little awkward.
Actually, that's the least awkward thing you've ever said.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything.
Oh.
Go ahead, man. Have fun.
Wheel. A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky,
Ooh.
7 holy stakes,
Acrobat.
a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time
12
control.
frying pans, some Scottish baby cloves,
Time controlled by
7
slipping cogwheels.
this green stuff,
Existence of God. Swimming
a
with,
full unicycle,
swimming with open water in all directions.
a couple of my television sets.
Drowning.
Do you know what I'm quoting, by the way?
No.
The Bloody Apprentice by,
Oh, right.
A prayer written in blood. A prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes. A thread connecting all living human eyes. A kaleidoscope of holy stakes. Exponential gearbox. A sky of exploding stars. God disproving the existence of God. A wheel rotating in 6 dimensions. 40 gears and a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolthead of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world.
Ticking 8 times every time 7 ticks tick on the 4th time, and the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you.
A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connected to a sky of 40 gears and it opened human eyes in all directions. A breathing gearbox. Breathing bolthead. Breathing ship. Breathing portal. Breathing snakes. Breathing God. Breathing blood. Breathing holy stakes. Breathing human eyes. Breathing time. Breathing prayer. Breathing sky. Breathing wheel.
Breathing.
Do you have any other flavors?
The breathing doesn't lie, it spells disaster.
Oh my god, that was awful.
I can't even pull any meaning out of that.
I have no idea. I think she just wrote down her stream of consciousness.
I think the writers were just like, let's fucking go. We've got 4 hours and a pile of weed.
We can write anything and people will find meaning in it somehow. It was probably an experiment.
I think they just want to show, like, the breakdown of this whole fucking world, so they broke down.
We locked ourselves in a room with no human contact for 2 weeks, and then we wrote a poem.
That's the thing, though. Even though I can imagine that was probably just inane bullshit, whatever the fuck they decided to write, they just threw down whatever. That randomness and what their brain came up with does also fascinate me.
A literature student could find meaning in that, where it doesn't exist.
Could figure something out through that. About what the person is like who wrote it.
It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind is being a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. What? Yes, your pen. I stole your pen.
It's not just me, right? That was weird.
What was weird?
Okay.
This is a pen that fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way it writes. So I wrote this poem with it. And now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened?
I swiftly dive.
You can keep the poem, though.
But not the pen! Ooh. I sure would.
This isn't the first time we've seen this, is it? I recognise it.
Of in g one is r.
Oh, hello.
Chunga, stop. Chunga, stop it.
But I like rubbing the face of my dead friend on your face. Oh, I'm glad I had
Okay,
the mouse on
everyone.
screen at the time. I'm just gonna stick that there.
We're all done reading each other. Get out of here. You're dead. Get out. Get out of here. Fuck off. Fucking corpses of our friends keep fucking coming in the fucking classroom. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Chungus joined. Because you're all on heat, aren't you?
You've all turned broody. You're ovulating. You fucking.
Yesterday, Natsuki made a nest and she was squatting over it, clucking. And we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent.
Then Chunkus jumped on her back and started pulling at her hair with his teeth.
I believe he said, "Ung, me want snoo snoo." but he then dove out the window.
That's not a reference I made or anything. In case none of you know, when a rooster mates with a chicken, they pull on their little quiver.
I was making a reference to South Park.
Oh.
But this...
Oh.
We still only have 4 members. Oh no, I already read that.
I thought you did.
Yeah. And the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know?
What's so great about getting new members anyway?
That's a good point.
We already have enough to be considered an official club.
More funding?
No, you get a set amount of funding if you have enough members. It doesn't increase with more members unless it hits like a massive threshold.
It's a bit silly.
More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage.
Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way right way at all.
I can see where Monica's coming from. I mean, if more members means
I can
more
see where she's coming from, but it's a literature club. More people would be a negative to a literature club.
No, more people means more people to enjoy the literature with. I mean, if you didn't want anyone
to run around screaming.
If you didn't want anyone to enjoy the literature with, you could have just not opened the club at all.
Yeah, but it's about being around people that you get along with. Like it's one of those things.
But they don't get along.
Listen, well, they did before all this happened. It's kind of like, think about it this way, yeah. You know, like, oh yeah, come on down to Jimmy's House of Pizza, where we've got home-cooked, delicious pizza. But then Jimmy's House of Pizza got extremely popular, and now it's all made in a factory. There's a drop in quality when it becomes less intimate. That's what literature is. Like, if you've got 100 people in a room reading the same book, it's not going to be anywhere near as fun as, like, 4 or 5. You know what I mean?
I suppose.
To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. Never. You never want to leave, Chungus. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Like Chungus's penis or Natsuki's tits. Right, Chungus?
Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Chungus to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica. Do you really think any of us are here? Any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Chungus joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Chungus isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once.
For once, my nigger?
Huh. It seems that you too desire beef. Well, I'm happy to inform you that we have a wide variety with a lot of seasoning. So, if you would like to step up, you can take your fucking pick, motherfucker.
Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words.
That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Chungus want to get more members too. Right?
I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed
Just in general.
If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation, then my only option is to dive out the window.
I land in a pile of beef.
No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club
Was a mistake.
It's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way that I did?
But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything.
Chungus, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it?
Well,
Titties and ass.
that's not really something I could be honest about, is it?
In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join.
Monica sits down and stares at her desk.
What's the point of all this, anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake?
Now you've done it, Natsuki.
What? Me?
Oh look, it appears there's beef. But I'm not the one dishing it out.
I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest?
It's not about being honest. It's about word choice.
Yes!
Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that.
I didn't. You guys literally agreed with me. What the fuck? You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? The problem with the club being that for me, man? You know what I'm saying? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me.
She's not taking anything away.
No, Chungus!
Yeah?
Vala Morgiris! It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice.
Natsuki starts packing up her things.
I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now.
I'm curious actually with the direction this is going. If the man in the sky has anything to say about this.
What?
Oop.
Excuse me? I'm curious if the Balverines of the Southern Quadrant want to chip in on this situation. And what of the Rohirrans to the east? Would they have an opinion on Natsuki and Yuri's quarrel? And what of the Tor in the tower, deep within the sea? Who can only be unlocked by matching the two stones and riding the jets of water to his abode?
I shall inquire!
And what of you, acrobat? What the fuck are you talking about? But if he were here, what would Eluid Nagalmuendwa say? If he could see us now, would he smile of approval or spit on the ground? Oh, how I wish he were still around. No, what the fuck were you talking about?
My nigga has nothing to say about the current situation.
Finn, what the fuck were you talking about?
I was talking about the entity that is writing in the notepads in the Steam folder.
Yeah, because I know what that is. The way you fucking described them was completely lost on me. I thought you were like gonna say something like we should pray to God and see what our Lord has to say, and I was like, where the fuck is this coming from? Oh. I mean, you can
Okay.
check files if you want.
I have done.
Nothing?
Nothing. In fact, because this is a new computer, it's not got everything it should.
I wouldn't worry about the files anymore.
Yeah.
This game's going to start getting a lot more cards on the table now.
Okay.
Anyway, let's keep going.
Natsuki.
Oh, Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out the classroom.
And dives out the window.
This is bad. I don't know what to do.
Well, do you have an opinion on the festival?
I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess.
Who cares about that obnoxious brat?
I mean, it's...
You didn't file your paperwork.
I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that.
Nobody would cry if she killed herself.
I'm not too sure about this voice, to be honest.
I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Chungus? What do you want to get out of this club?
Titties and ass.
Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along.
But Mr. President, children are dying in Syria!
And for the
Well,
club...
I believe that if we all pitch in, we can do anything. But there's a nuclear war on our hands, sir! And you know what really matters? Family.
And for the club
Throwing out buzz phrases!
we did hurry this up because we've gone past the timer. And for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't
Titties and ass?
I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member.
So I'm leaving forever!
That's what will end up making the Literature Club a special place.
I see. I really agree with you.
Really?
You're as different as me.
Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way.
And yet I do notice the thing.
What thing?
With each member with each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too.
You know, the thing.
Thing? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, like the thing that's happening right now.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while to cut yourself in the fucking eye.
No one would do that. It was crazy.
So if you'd like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well, if I live long enough.
Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Have our,
Brr.
have the edges of her eyes gone red, or is that just me?
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Yuri nods.
Hey, Yuri, your fucking eye's bleeding.
Is that to Monica?
Hey, Yuri.
Eh?
Have they always had that, or am I only just noticing it?
I don't know. I know things were a little awkward yesterday. But I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful... I thought I was going to say piece of shit. Vice President.
Even if you did tell one of the club members to kill themselves.
And again today.
To their face.
And also, a wonderful friend.
To some people.
Monica!
I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever, so I'm killing you. Okay?
Me too!
Good, then you're okay with dying. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow.
Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Chungus?
Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Chungus before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president.
Oh,
Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest.
okay. I trust your judgment, Monica.
Oh, fuck me.
In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom, and Monica waves as as the audience exits the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe to this bullshit that you're all watching on your thing right now. And does my host have anything to say?
Hello. Except no, because you're going. So bye.
Thank you very much, and until next time, bye!